So you're looking to put an antique glaze on a piece of furniture. I'm Blake Kennedy with Kennedy Brothers Estate Services, and I'm here to help. So you're taking a piece of furniture and you want to give it that antique look and you want to learn how to glaze it. Well, you want to make sure you have the right supplies first. You want to make sure that you have a nice pair of gloves to protect your hands from any of the chemicals, nice rags so when you're wiping it on and off, you have that right there. But if you're stripping the piece of furniture and you don't like the color, I use a nice semi-paste to strip the furniture first. You want to make sure you have a good palm sander. Palm sanders are great, and a light grit, 180 to 150 grit sandpaper. But if you like the color that's on there, you want to start off by sanding it first. Give it a good smooth sanding finish, something that the glaze can bite into. But then you want to primer it. I like to choose the antique white primer and put a nice coat of primer on it. And then you want to sand between each primering. You want to primer it twice before you do that. And then make sure that it's dried. Sand in between primering and then wait till it dries. And then you want to do a nice wood glazing. You want to wipe that on with a brush, or some people even use a rag to do that. Sometimes you want to rub it a little bit more in some spots and a little less, depending on the look that you want to have when you're glazing it. It all depends on the look that you're looking for. Wipe a little bit more off to bring out some of that antique white primer underneath it. But then you want to let it dry. Let it dry for an hour, but no more than 6 hours. And then you want to sand it down and put one more coating on it. And then, you put a vinyl coat on top of that, and then you can give that a good sanding to finish it off, and then put a nice vinyl coating on the top of that, and it will look great after you're done. The thing about that, if you don't like the way it looks, just strip it off and start all over again. But good luck with glazing that antique piece of furniture. I'm Blake Kennedy.